So I was gonna originally do this one a little bit later, but since y'all been requesting it, I'm gonna give y'all what y'all want. Lake Lanier, aka Oscarville. Oscarville was a small town in Gainesville, Georgia, with about 1,100 people that lived there. This was a small black town that was formed during the Reconstruction era, like many other black communities in that time. So even though this was a small town with only 1,100 people, this was still a thriving black community. This was a town made up of different trades like carpenters, blacksmiths, bricklayers, and one of the top trades there was farming. So at this time, the whole state of Georgia struggled with growing their crops. Everywhere except for this town. This town crops grew in abundance. So they basically pretty much was taking over the farming industry there. They pretty much ran the farming industry because their crops were the only one that grew in abundance at that time. So this was a thriving town up until 1912. In 1912, a 19-year-old white woman was found dead in the woods. And at that time, it don't matter who did it. They don't even try to look for no evidence. They didn't do none of that. They just automatically blamed it on black people. So at that time, they used to use propaganda to demonize black men by saying that we rape white women and we are these predators, basically. So they used this narrative as an excuse to go down to the city, and later that night they firebombed the city, massacred the people there, and ran them off the property. So they used this as an excuse to go and take that land. So they massacred people, destroyed churches, businesses, ran people off their land. One of the descendants said his grandfather left behind 100 acres of land. There's more to the story, but I'm gonna make another video for part 2. So y'all stay tuned.